Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I'd like to thank all those people who like my previous videos and subscribe to my channel. If you have not subscribed as of yet, you can just go down and click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified about my latest videos. So for today's video, my topic is the top 5 silent films of all time. And I'm just not restricting myself to Hollywood, I'm considering world cinema completely. So let's start the list. Number 1 on my list is The Passion of Joan of Arc. Directed by Carl Theodor Dreyer, the film, of course, as you have guessed from the title, tells the story of the Joan of Arc. And it's quite notably one of the first ever films to use the close-up. And that gives this film a little more dramatic effect than the other films of its time. And the film also has some amazing acting. There are no dialogues, it's a silent film, but the film really has some amazing physical acting, body acting, which makes it really great and worth watching. It's an amazing film and is considered to be one of the first films that led to the birth of the French New Wave in cinema. Number 2 on my list is Metropolis. Now, Fritz Lang, the director of Metropolis, is one of my favorite filmmakers of all time, and this is one of his best, if not his best, but definitely one of his greatest contributions to cinema. Metropolis is a science fiction film and is set in the world of the future where robots sort of coexist with human beings. And the film is sort of a satire, as it shows that how, while some people of the upper class in the society are living a very lavish lifestyle, they are served by robots and everything, the lower class people have to work and are treated miserably. So as you have guessed, Fritz Lang uses this science fiction setting and talks about much more serious themes like racism, class conflicts, etc. And it's a brilliant film. Almost after 100 years of its release, it's still as amazing to watch as it was back then. Number 3 on my list is The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Considered by some people to be the first ever horror film, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, in my opinion, is still as scary as it was when it was released back then. The film is famous for its dark cinematography and shadowy imagery, and also very surreal set pieces. The film basically tells the story of a man who recounts his encounter with this strange man named Dr. Caligari, who apparently can tell the future. But this man later discovered that Dr. Caligari had some really dangerous secrets. The film is also one of the first ever films to have a great plot twist at the end. I won't spoil the twist for you, but all I can say is that it's amazing. Number 4 on my list is City Lights. Of course, if you have to talk about silent films, you have to talk about Sir Charles Chaplin, and in my opinion, City Lights is his best film. He has made several great films, great silent films, ranging from Modern Times to The Kid to The Gold Rush, but I think his all-time greatest film is City Lights. The film tells the story of Charlie Chaplin's iconic character, the tramp, who falls in love with a blind flower seller and tries to help her get her eyesight back. The film is emotional and funny at the same time. It's this brilliant romantic dark comedy, and even after 90 years of release, it's still very fun to watch. And finally, number 5 on my list is possibly the greatest silent film of all time, Battleship Potemkin. Directed by master filmmaker Sergei Eisenstein, this Russian film tells the story of the sailors on this battleship called Potemkin, who sort of revolt against the captain of the ship who mistreated them, and how they sort of try to gain freedom from this evil captain. But at the end, they are all killed in a massacre. This massacre sequence, it's about 8 minutes long, I think. It's one of the most famous scenes in the history of cinema. It has been, it has influenced countless filmmakers, and it has been even partially remade countless times in classic movies like Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather and Brian De Palma's The Untouchables. It's an amazing film, and it has inspired generations and generations of filmmakers. Sergei Eisenstein, as I said, is possibly one of the greatest Russian filmmakers of all time besides Andrei Tarkovsky, and this film is his best film ever. Anyways guys, that was the video. Thanks for watching. If you like my channel, please like, share and subscribe. You can also write down your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you, bye bye, and I'll meet you next week.